You wake up in the morning. No aching legs. No painful cramps in the middle of the night. Every step you take feels strong, steady, and confident. Almost like the way you moved in your 20s. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it doesn't have to be. This kind of strength and freedom is still within your reach. And it begins with one simple thing: understanding how important vitamins and minerals really are, especially as we get older. Over the past 20 years, working in health and nutrition, I've seen a surprising pattern, one that worries me. Most people, even in developed countries like the US, don't get enough essential nutrients. Not because they don't care, but because they simply don't know how much their bodies rely on them. We often wait until our bodies start talking to us. A little fatigue here, some numbness in the toes, maybe a sharp cramp in the calf that wakes us up at 2 a.m. Only then do we start to wonder what's going on. But by that point, the signs we notice on the outside may already mean something deeper is happening on the inside. According to the World Health Organization, over 2 billion people around the world lack at least one key micronutrient. That's not just a number. That's real people, people like you and me. In the United States, deficiencies in vitamin D, vitamin B12, magnesium, and potassium are becoming more common, especially among older adults. And those missing nutrients don't just cause minor discomfort. They can lead to serious issues, like weaker muscles, loss of balance, brittle bones, higher risk of falls, even a reduced ability to move around on your own. And when independence starts to slip away, so does quality of life. But here's the good news. You don't have to wait for something to go wrong. You can start taking care of your legs and your whole body right now. And it's easier than you think. The first step? Pay attention to what your body really needs. Because proper nutrition isn't just about eating less sugar or fat. It's about making sure you're giving your body what it needs to function well. Every day. In just a moment, I'll walk you through 7 of the most important vitamins and minerals. These help your legs stay strong. They help prevent painful cramps. And they support smooth, confident movement even as the years go by. But first, let me tell you this. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or beyond, you're not alone. Many of my readers, clients, and even friends started noticing changes to their bodies in midlife, changes they didn't expect. And most of those changes had a simple explanation: nutritional gaps. See, your body doesn't stop needing nutrients just because you hit a certain age. In fact, it often needs even more, especially the nutrients that keep muscles working, nerves firing, and bones strong. Vitamin D, for example, plays a key role in helping your body absorb calcium, but it also affects muscle strength and immune health. And guess what? More than 40% of adults in the US are low in vitamin D, especially those over 50. Then there's vitamin B12. This one supports your nerves and red blood cells. If you're low on B12, you might feel tired, weak, or unsteady on your feet. And if you're over 60, your body may not absorb B12 as well from food anymore. Magnesium is another one. This mineral helps your muscles relax properly. So if you wake up with tight calves or painful spasms, a lack of magnesium might be the reason. And we can't forget potassium. This helps balance fluids and supports muscle contractions. If your levels are off, you might feel dizzy, weak, or crampy. These are just a few of the key players. There are others. And together, they form a kind of team that helps your legs and your whole body move with ease. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated plans. Many of these nutrients can be found in everyday foods: leafy greens, eggs, yogurt, fish, nuts, bananas, and even a little sunshine. And if you're not sure whether you're getting enough, it's okay to check in with your doctor. A simple blood test can give you answers. And from there, you can make a plan that fits your lifestyle. The most important thing is this: start now. Start before something goes wrong. Not because you're afraid, but because you care. You care about walking without fear, climbing stairs without pain, dancing at your granddaughter's wedding, or playing with your grandkids without getting tired after 5 minutes. You deserve that. And your body is capable of that if you give it the right tools. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most powerful vitamins and minerals. that help keep your legs strong and steady and support graceful, confident movement at any age. If staying healthy, active, and independent matters to you, I'd love for you to join me on this journey. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Turn on your notifications. And every week, I'll be right here, bringing you down to earth, science-backed tips to help you feel better, move better, and live better one day at a time. Let's start now. Your legs and your future self will thank you. 1. Vitamin D, the foundation of strength. Let's think about your body like a house, a place that holds your life together. Now imagine this. If the frame of the house isn't strong, it doesn't matter how nice the walls look. The whole thing is at risk of falling apart. That strong inner frame? For your body, one key part of that is vitamin D. You can't see it or feel it, but it works quietly behind the scenes, making sure your bones stay solid, your muscles stay strong, and your balance stays steady. Vitamin D is like the cement that holds everything in place. It helps your body stand tall and move with confidence, no matter your age. But here's the concern. Millions of Americans are low in vitamin D, and many don't even know it until their bodies start to show signs. Maybe you've noticed a dull ache in your lower back, tired legs for no clear reason, or those middle-of-the-night cramps that make you jump out of bed. These small signs could be your body's way of whispering, "I need more vitamin D." And if that need goes unmet, the whispers may turn into something louder and more serious. Let's take a moment to talk about why vitamin D is so important. First, it helps your body absorb calcium. That's the mineral that builds and maintains strong bones. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't use the calcium you eat, which means your bones could slowly grow weaker. But that's not all. Vitamin D also helps your muscles and nerves communicate. It keeps your immune system ready to protect you, and it even helps reduce inflammation in the body. One more thing, it plays a role in balance, and that matters a lot as we get older, because good balance helps prevent falls, and falls can change your life in an instant. So, what can happen if your vitamin D levels drop too low? You might feel aching in your hips or knees, tired even after a full night's sleep, weaker when climbing stairs or rising from a chair. Or maybe you feel small tremors in your hands or calves. Some people feel moodier than usual. Others take longer to heal from small wounds or injuries. And when the deficiency gets worse, the risks grow. Long-term lack of vitamin D can lead to bones becoming brittle and easier to break, especially for older women after menopause. In children, it can cause soft or misshapen bones. And in adults, this is called osteomalacia. Research also links vitamin D deficiency to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, weaker immune response, and even some forms of cancer. That sounds scary, but don't worry. There's good news. You can improve your vitamin D levels starting today. Here's how. First, sunlight. Sun is your body's best natural source of vitamin D. Try getting outside for 15 to 20 minutes a day, in the early morning or late afternoon. Let the light hit your arms and face. No need to stay out too long. Just a gentle dose of sunshine can make a big difference. Second, food choices. Include more foods rich in vitamin D in your diet, like salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, mushrooms, and dairy products that have been fortified with vitamin D. These are small, everyday foods, but they carry powerful benefits. Third, consider supplements, especially if you don't get much sun, or if you've been told you may be at risk. Most adults over age 50 need between 800 and 1,000 IUs per day, but that number may be higher if your body stores are low. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D with a simple blood test. It's quick, it's easy, and it gives you clarity. Don't wait until it's hard to get out of a chair, or until you fear losing your balance. Start building up your strength from the inside now, because when your bones and muscles are supported, you walk easier, you feel more confident, and you stay active and independent longer. A simple change today can help you avoid big problems tomorrow. So take a moment, step outside, enjoy some sunlight, Add a few smart foods to your plate, or talk to your doctor about the right supplement for you. Your body will thank you. Your legs will feel stronger, and you'll feel more like yourself again. If this message helped you, stick with me. In the next part, we'll explore 6 more nutrients that work together with vitamin D to keep your legs strong, your energy steady, and your life moving forward. You don't have to do it all at once, just one small step at a time. That's how real change begins. Let's keep going. Together. 2. Calcium, the foundation of strong bones and lasting strength. When you think about what keeps your body upright, moving, and steady, your bones probably come to mind. And when it comes to keeping those bones strong, calcium is the star of the show. It's not just a helpful nutrient. It's the very building block of your entire skeleton. But here's something many people don't realize. Calcium isn't only for bones. Your body also uses it to help your muscles contract, send signals through your nerves, help your blood clot properly, and even keep your heart beating with a steady rhythm. Yes, that little mineral is doing a whole lot behind the scenes. Now here's the thing. Even though most people know calcium is important, millions of Americans, especially those over 50, still aren't getting enough of it every day. And that shortfall can sneak up on you. As we get older, our bodies don't absorb calcium as easily as they used to. Add in changes in eating habits, food sensitivities, or cutting back on dairy, and it's no surprise many older adults fall short. So what does calcium deficiency look like? The signs can be subtle at first, but they matter. You might notice more muscle cramps than usual, especially at night or when you change positions in bed. Your muscles may feel stiff or sore, particularly in your calves, thighs, or arms. Some people feel strange tingling in their fingers or toes or notice their hands shaking a little when holding objects. You might find your nails break more easily. Your hair may feel more dry and brittle than it used to. Some folks even experience irregular heartbeats or feel tired for no clear reason. They might sleep poorly or feel wired and restless even after a long day. These could all be signs your body is running low on calcium. But if you ignore them, the risks can grow more serious. Without enough calcium over time, your bones can become weaker. For many women after menopause, this can lead to osteoporosis, where bones get so fragile that even a small fall can cause a fracture. The hip, wrist, and thigh bones are most at risk. Fractures in these areas don't just hurt. They can limit your ability to move around and stay independent. In some people, calcium loss starts earlier as osteopenia, a stage where bones are losing density, but not yet at the fracture point. If caught early, it can be managed. If not, it can turn into osteoporosis quickly. Calcium also plays a role in how your heart and brain work. Without enough of it, your body may struggle to send proper signals through nerves. That can cause irregular heart rhythms or even seizures in severe cases. The most extreme deficiency, called hypocalcemia, can cause confusion, fainting, and even coma. Thankfully, there's good news. You can give your body the calcium it needs, starting today. And it doesn't have to be complicated. The best place to start is your plate. Foods rich in calcium include milk, yogurt, and cheese, but dairy isn't your only option. You can also get calcium from sardines, yes, with the bones, leafy greens like kale or bok choy, almonds, tofu, and even plant-based milks that are fortified with calcium. Try mixing a few of these into your daily meals. Don't forget, it's not just what you eat, it's also how your body uses it. To get the most from calcium, your body needs vitamin D. That's the key that helps move calcium from your food into your bones. You can get vitamin D from a little sunshine, certain foods like salmon or eggs, or supplements if needed. Speaking of supplements, some people, especially those who are lactose intolerant, vegan, or have trouble absorbing nutrients, may benefit from calcium supplements. But here's an important tip. Too much calcium from supplements can cause problems like kidney stones or calcium buildup in your blood vessels. So if you're considering a supplement, talk to your doctor first to figure out the right dose for your needs. Another important piece of the puzzle? Movement. When you move your body, especially through activities like walking, climbing stairs, or light jogging, you help move calcium into your bones. Weight-bearing exercise is one of the best ways to protect bone strength. Even simple, daily movement can make a difference. So don't wait until your legs feel weak or your back starts aching to think about bone health. A glass of milk, a handful of almonds, or a short walk around the block can all be small steps toward stronger bones. And stronger bones mean more freedom, more energy, and more confidence doing the things you love. Because when your bones are strong, the rest of your body can follow. Take care of them now, and they'll take care of you for years to come. Let's not take them for granted. Let's give them the strength they need, one day at a time. 3. Vitamin B12, the connection between your brain and your body. Let's picture something for a moment. Think of your muscles as the engine of your body. They help you move, walk, stand, even sit with ease. But what's an engine without wiring? That wiring, the system that tells your muscles when and how to move, is your nervous system. And here's where vitamin B12 comes in. It acts like the electricity, the current, that powers the whole connection. Without enough vitamin B12, your nerves can't send clear messages. Your muscles stop responding the way they should. And it's often your legs and feet that feel it first. Now, here's the truth. Vitamin B12 is one of the most commonly missed nutrients, especially for people over 50. Why? Because as we age, our bodies naturally absorb less of it, even if we're eating the right foods. So what exactly does vitamin B12 do? First, it helps your body make healthy red blood cells. Those are the cells that carry oxygen, and oxygen means energy. Second, it keeps the coating around your nerves strong and healthy. That coating, called myelin, acts like insulation. Without it, signals can get lost or become delayed. Third, it helps your brain and spinal cord talk to your limbs. That's how you move smoothly, keep your balance, and react quickly to changes underfoot. When B12 levels start to drop, the body gives us warning signs. You might feel a tingling in your hands or feet, like pins and needles, or tiny ants crawling under the skin. You might feel unsteady, especially when standing up from a chair or turning too fast. Some people notice trembling hands or muscle weakness after walking a long distance. Others feel tired all the time, even after a full night's rest. You might also feel foggy, like your memory isn't as sharp, or it's harder to focus. In more advanced cases, you might notice pale skin or a faster heartbeat. That's because the body isn't making enough healthy red blood cells. Now, if B12 deficiency goes untreated for too long, the problems can become much more serious. For example, you might develop a form of anemia, where your red blood cells grow too large and can't carry oxygen efficiently. That leads to deep fatigue and weakness that doesn't go away. Your nerves might start to break down, which can cause long-term numbness, slower reflexes, or even difficulty walking without help. Some people may lose coordination, making falls more likely. Others might develop blurry vision, because B12 also helps protect the nerves in your eyes. And in severe cases, people can show signs that look like dementia, confusion, memory loss, or changes in personality. Some may even experience depression, because B12 helps regulate mood-related brain chemicals. So, how do you make sure you're getting enough vitamin B12? Let's start with food. B12 is found naturally in animal-based foods: beef, liver, eggs, salmon, tuna, milk, and other dairy products. All of these are excellent sources. But if you follow a vegan diet, or if you have digestion issues like gastritis or low stomach acid, it might be harder for your body to absorb B12 from food. In that case, supplements can help. Look for B12 in forms like methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin. They're commonly available and usually well tolerated. Some people benefit from B12 injections, especially if their absorption is very low. You can also find fortified foods, like breakfast cereals or plant-based milks, with added vitamin B12. These are a great option if you're avoiding animal products. One more tip: if you're over 50, it's a good idea to check your B12 levels from time to time. A simple blood test can show you where you stand. And if you're already feeling symptoms like numbness, tiredness, or brain fog, talk to your doctor sooner rather than later. Remember, This isn't just about keeping your legs strong. It's about protecting your brain, your memory, your energy, and your overall quality of life. You don't have to feel weak, forgetful, or off balance. And you certainly don't have to accept it as just getting older. Getting the right amount of B12 in a way that works for your body is a small but powerful way to stay sharp, steady, and full of life. So don't wait. Add B12-rich foods to your plate. Look into supplements if needed. And most importantly, listen to your body. Because when you support your nerves, your muscles will follow, and your whole body will thank you. Let's keep building this foundation together. In the next part, we'll talk about another key nutrient that helps keep your legs moving with power and confidence. You're doing great. One step at a time. Let's keep going. 4. Magnesium, the quiet hero that keeps your muscles calm. Have you ever been peacefully asleep, only to be jolted awake by a sharp, twisting pain in your leg? Right in the middle of the night, it usually strikes the calf, like a bolt of lightning. Sudden, tight, almost like your muscle is being squeezed and twisted from the inside. You sit up in the dark. Maybe you stretch. Maybe you rub the area, hoping it will pass quickly. And you wonder, why is this happening? If this scenario sounds familiar, you're not alone. And your body may be trying to tell you something important. That something could be a lack of magnesium. Now, magnesium doesn't get as much attention as calcium or vitamin D, but it should. It's like a silent helper working behind the scenes. It keeps your muscles moving the way they should. It helps your nerves send signals smoothly. And it keeps your heartbeat steady and calm. In fact, magnesium is involved in more than 300 essential processes in the body. It plays a part in how we sleep, how we move, how we feel, and even how we manage stress. Yet many adults, especially those over 50, aren't getting enough. And most don't realize it until their body begins to speak up. Let's talk about some of the common signs of magnesium deficiency. Do any of these sound familiar? Muscle cramps in your legs or feet, especially at night. Little twitches in your eyelids or your hands that come and go. Feeling tired, even when you've had enough rest. Having trouble falling asleep or waking up in the night without knowing why. Feeling more tense, anxious, or irritable than usual. Light dizziness, a sense of imbalance, or even mild headaches. If your body is giving you these signals, magnesium may be in short supply. And if low magnesium continues over time, the effects can grow more serious. Here's what can happen in the long run. You might develop restless leg syndrome, that uncomfortable feeling that makes you want to move your legs, especially when you're trying to relax or fall asleep. Your blood pressure may rise, because magnesium helps relax blood vessels and support a healthy heart rhythm. You could lose bone strength silently, because without enough magnesium, calcium doesn't always reach your bones. Sometimes it gets stored in soft tissues where it doesn't belong. There's also a link between low magnesium and type 2 diabetes, since magnesium helps your body manage blood sugar. And for people who suffer from migraines, research shows many of them have low magnesium levels too. In more severe cases, muscle tightness can turn into spasms, and low magnesium may even affect brain function, leading to confusion or long-term feelings of anxiety. But here's the good news. You can boost your magnesium levels safely and naturally. Let's look at a few easy ways to do it. First, eat more magnesium-rich foods. Some of the best sources include pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, spinach, avocados, bananas, whole grains like brown rice and oats, and tofu. These are simple, real foods you can enjoy every day. Add them to salads, blend them into smoothies, or snack on them during the day. Adults should aim for around 310 to 420 milligrams of magnesium each day. That number depends on your age and gender. If it's hard to reach that goal with food alone, supplements can help. Two gentle and well-absorbed forms are magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate. They're usually easy on the stomach and can be a good option if you've had cramps or sleep issues. Just remember, always check with your doctor before starting a supplement, especially if you take other medications. Now, besides food and supplements, there are also some daily habits that can support healthy magnesium levels. Try to manage stress, because stress can lower magnesium in the body. Avoid too much caffeine or alcohol, as both can interfere with magnesium absorption. And aim for consistent sleep routines, because rest and recovery help your body use magnesium effectively. The big picture is this. Magnesium is the quiet hero in your health story. It helps your muscles stay calm, your sleep stay peaceful, your movements stay smooth, and your mind stay centered. If you've been dealing with unexplained cramps, twitches, or tension, don't wait for the signs to get louder. Start paying attention to your magnesium today, because a small change in your daily routine could mean better sleep, fewer cramps, more energy, and a stronger, steadier version of you. You don't need a long list of medications or expensive solutions. You just need to listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Give it what it's quietly asking for, and it will respond with balance, comfort, and calm strength. In the next part, we'll explore another essential nutrient that works side by side with magnesium to keep your legs powerful and your body full of energy. Stay with me. You're on the right path, and every step counts. 5. Potassium, the unsung hero that keeps your body in balance. Have you ever stepped out of bed only to be stopped by a sudden cramp in your calf? That sharp, twisting pain that comes out of nowhere? If this happens often, your body may be trying to tell you something, and the message might be simple. You need more potassium. Most people don't think much about potassium. It's not as famous as calcium or vitamin D, but let me tell you, it's just as important. Potassium is one of those behind-the-scenes minerals that quietly keeps things running smoothly in your body. It helps your muscles work the way they should. It keeps your nerves communicating with your brain. It helps your heart keep a steady beat. And most importantly, it keeps the fluids in your body balanced, so everything works in harmony. When your potassium levels drop too low, your body starts sending signals. You just have to know how to listen. Here are some of the early signs that your body might be low on potassium. You might feel muscle cramps, especially in your legs, feet, or thighs. You could notice that your muscles feel weak or shaky, even after just walking around the house. Your heart may feel like it's skipping a beat now and then, or you might experience palpitations that come out of the blue. You might feel nervous or on edge without knowing why. Some people feel tingling or numbness in their hands and feet, and others notice fatigue that doesn't seem to go away, no matter how much rest they get. If your digestive system starts feeling sluggish, like bloating, constipation, or slow bowel movements, that could also be a sign that your potassium levels are out of balance. You see, potassium helps regulate the smooth muscles in your gut too. Now here's the part we can't ignore. If your body stays low on potassium for too long, it can lead to more serious issues. Doctors call this hypokalemia. It sounds complicated, but what it really means is this. Your body no longer has enough potassium to do its job properly. This can trigger major problems like dangerous heart rhythm changes, total body exhaustion, or even muscle weakness so severe that walking or climbing stairs becomes a struggle. In extreme cases, some people experience fainting spells. Others deal with kidney stress as the body tries to balance out potassium and sodium. And in those with existing heart conditions, the risk of stroke or sudden cardiac arrest increases. Scary? Yes. But the good news is this is something you can absolutely manage. It all starts with the foods you eat every day. So let's talk about that. The best way to support healthy potassium levels is through your meals. You don't need fancy pills or trendy powders, just real food. Here are some of the top sources of potassium you can add to your plate. Bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, oranges, coconut water, spinach, potatoes with the skin on, beans like black beans, white beans, and chickpeas. And don't forget tomatoes. These foods are not only delicious, they're also packed with the potassium your body needs. For women, the recommended amount is around 2,600 milligrams per day. For men, it's about 3,400 milligrams daily. You don't have to hit that number perfectly every day, but aiming for a steady intake over time can make a big difference in how you feel. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or if you take water pills or certain medications, you'll want to keep an even closer eye on your potassium levels. Why? Because those conditions can cause your body to lose potassium faster than normal. And for some people, that leads to a sudden drop that sneaks up quietly. Now, you might be wondering, what about potassium supplements? Should I take one? The answer is only if your doctor recommends it. While supplements can help in certain cases, taking too much potassium in pill form can be dangerous. It can actually cause irregular heart rhythms if the dose isn't carefully monitored. So before starting any supplement, always speak with your healthcare provider. Let them help you figure out the safest path forward. But in most cases, the best path is simple. Start with your meals. Build in a few potassium-rich foods each day. Sip on coconut water instead of soda. Swap chips for roasted sweet potatoes. Add a handful of spinach to your eggs. These little changes can go a long way. And they don't just help with cramps or muscle function. A diet with good potassium also helps keep your blood pressure stable, your heartbeat steady, and your energy flowing. So the next time you feel a cramp coming on, or your legs feel tired after a short walk, don't just write it off as getting older. Ask yourself, am I giving my body the minerals it needs? Am I feeding it with the right fuel? Your body has been carrying you for decades. It deserves a little extra care now. And that starts with balance. Balance in your meals, balance in your movement, and balance in your minerals, especially potassium. Start small. Start today. And give your body the steady support it needs to keep you active, strong, and in rhythm with life. 6. Vitamin K, the nutrient that shows calcium where to go. When you think about keeping your bones strong, chances are you think of calcium. Maybe vitamin D too. But there's one more player in the team, and it's often overlooked. That's vitamin K. Now, why does vitamin K matter? Because without it, calcium can end up in all the wrong places. Instead of going into your bones, it might settle in your blood vessels or soft tissues, where it can do more harm than good. Vitamin K works like a traffic officer. It tells calcium where to go, and just as important, where not to go. Its job is to help guide calcium straight to your bones, to your joints, to the places where you need strength and stability, not into your arteries, not into your heart, not into the soft spaces that should stay clear. There are actually two main types of vitamin K. Vitamin K1 comes mostly from leafy grains. Think spinach, kale, parsley, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin K2 shows up in fermented foods and in small amounts in some animal-based products, like eggs, cheese, and certain organ meats. Now, here's the part that really matters. Both forms of vitamin K are important for strong bones, for healthy joints, and for keeping your blood vessels smooth and flexible, especially as we age, and especially if you want to stay active and independent. Let's talk about what happens when your body runs low on vitamin K. You might notice you bruise more easily than before. Even small bumps leave purple or blue marks. You might get nosebleeds more often, or your gums might bleed when you brush. Some people find that cuts take longer to stop bleeding, or they feel extra sore after sitting for a while. Women may notice heavier or longer menstrual periods, and others might feel stiffness or discomfort in their hips, knees, or shoulders. If vitamin K stays low for a long time, the effects can be even more serious. Your bones may start to weaken because the calcium isn't getting delivered to where it needs to go, and that raises your risk of fractures. At the same time, calcium may start to build up inside your blood vessels. That's called arterial calcification, and it can raise your risk for heart disease or stroke. Your joints may begin to wear down, especially the ones that carry your weight like knees and hips, making it harder to move freely or walk without pain. Vitamin K also plays a key role in blood clotting. So if you take blood thinners, it's very important to keep your vitamin K levels stable. Too little or too much can affect how your medications work. And here's something newer, but important. Some studies are starting to show that vitamin K may support brain health, helping with memory, focus, and overall cognitive function. especially in older adults. So, how do you get more vitamin K in your daily life? Let's start with food. Vitamin K1 is found in dark green vegetables, like spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, parsley, and Brussels sprouts. If it's leafy and green, chances are it's packed with vitamin K. Vitamin K2 is a little trickier to find, but it's in fermented foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from soybeans, and in smaller amounts in egg yolks, liver, and aged cheeses like Gouda and Edam. Now here's a tip to help your body actually absorb the vitamin K you eat. Because vitamin K is fat-soluble, that means it absorbs better when eaten with a little healthy fat. Try tossing spinach with olive oil, or adding slices of avocado to your salad. That simple step can make a big difference. Supplements are also available and can help if you have digestive issues or trouble absorbing nutrients from food. But a word of caution: if you take blood-thinning medications, talk with your doctor before adding a vitamin K supplement. Your levels need to stay consistent, and sudden changes could affect how your medication works. The big takeaway is this: vitamin K might not be the most talked about nutrient, but it's one of the most important ones for aging well. It helps direct calcium to your bones, keeps your joints moving smoothly, and helps keep your arteries clear. Think of it as the guide that helps all the other nutrients do their jobs properly. So don't just take calcium and forget the one that tells it where to go. Add more leafy greens to your meals. Try a little fermented food if you can, and pair your veggies with a healthy fat like olive oil. These small choices, made day by day, can build up into a stronger body, more flexible joints, and better protection from the inside out. You don't need a complicated plan, just a little awareness, a little intention, and a few smart food choices. In the next part, we'll explore another nutrient that works hand in hand with vitamin K to keep you steady, strong, and full of life. You're doing great. Let's keep going, one smart step at a time. 7. Vitamin B6, the quiet power behind your energy, mood, and muscles. Do you ever feel tingling in your hands or feet? Maybe a strange pins and needles feeling that comes and goes? Or do you find yourself feeling tired more often, even when you haven't done much? If you've also noticed mood swings, trouble sleeping, or a bit of brain fog, it could be your body's way of whispering something important. You might be running low on vitamin B6. Now, you've probably heard a lot about vitamin C or vitamin D over the years. They get all the spotlight. But vitamin B6 is just as essential, especially for adults over 40. It's like a backstage crew member in a big show. You don't always notice it, but without it, nothing runs quite right. So what exactly does vitamin B6 do? Let's break it down. B6 helps turn the food you eat into energy. It supports your muscles. It helps make red blood cells, the ones that carry oxygen through your body. It even helps create brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, which influence your mood, your sleep, and your sense of calm. When your body doesn't have enough B6, things can start to feel off, and many people don't even realize they're low until symptoms creep in. So let's talk about some of those early signs. You might notice tingling or a numb feeling in your fingers or toes. Sometimes it feels like your hands or feet are falling asleep for no reason. You may feel muscle weakness even when doing simple tasks. Maybe walking upstairs feels harder than it used to. Your sleep may feel disrupted. You fall asleep fine, but wake up in the middle of the night, restless or wide awake. You may also feel a lingering tiredness, not just being sleepy, but more like your body never quite feels fully recharged. On the emotional side, low B6 can lead to mood swings or irritability. Some people feel more anxious or down than usual without knowing why. Mentally, you might feel a bit foggy. It may be harder to focus or remember things. You might also notice changes in your skin, like dryness, cracking at the corners of your mouth, or lips that feel sore and irritated. Now here's something important to know. If your body stays low on B6 for too long, the problems can grow. Low levels of this vitamin can affect your nervous system. This can lead to what doctors call peripheral neuropathy. That means weak muscles, poor balance, and trouble with coordination. Sometimes, even walking becomes harder. A lack of B6 can also cause a type of anemia. That's when your blood doesn't carry enough oxygen, leaving you feeling tired, dizzy, and looking pale. In older adults, low B6 levels have been linked to memory loss and confusion. Some people may mistake it for just aging, but it's not always that simple. Vitamin B6 is also tied to your mood. Without enough of it, your brain struggles to make the chemicals that help you stay calm and emotionally steady. This can raise your risk for chronic anxiety or depression. And because B6 plays a part in immune function, you may find yourself getting sick more often, like catching colds or sore throats more easily. So what can you do about it? The best place to start is your plate. Vitamin B6 is found in a wide variety of foods. Here are some great sources: salmon and tuna, turkey and lean cuts of beef, chickpeas and lentils, bananas and avocados, potatoes, whole grains and fortified cereals. If you eat a balanced diet with some of these foods, you're likely getting a good dose of B6 each day. For most adult women, the recommended amount is about 1.5 milligrams per day. For men, it's about 1.7 milligrams. That's a small amount, but it makes a big difference. Now, certain people may need more. If you're vegetarian or vegan, if you're over the age of 60, or if you take certain medications like antidepressants, birth control pills, or tuberculosis treatments, your body may have a harder time absorbing or using B6. In those cases, a doctor may suggest a supplement. But, and this is important, you should never take high doses of vitamin B6 without medical supervision. Taking too much over time can actually damage your nerves. So don't guess. Always talk with your doctor before starting any supplement. Now here's the bottom line. Vitamin B6 may be small, but it does a big job. It keeps your muscles working. It helps your blood deliver energy. It keeps your brain alert and your mood balanced. It's one of the keys to feeling sharp, strong, and emotionally grounded, especially as we age. So don't overlook it. Start with small changes. Add more B6-rich foods to your meals. Pay attention to the signals your body is sending. And most of all, give your body what it needs to keep living fully, moving freely, and thinking clearly. Because when your body has the right tools, it can do incredible things at any age. After learning about the 7 essential vitamins and minerals that support healthy legs, you may have come to an important realization: strong legs, flexible joints, and steady balance as we age don't come from exercise alone. They're also built from the nutrients you give your body, day after day, meal after meal. And here's the good news. You don't need to make huge changes overnight. You don't need to follow a perfect diet or buy expensive supplements. What really matters are the small things you do consistently. Tiny choices, repeated every day, can lead to real improvements in how you move, how you feel, and how you age. Let's start simple. Start with your morning. Add 1 banana to your breakfast, or try a slice of whole grain toast, maybe a boiled egg on the side. These small changes can give your muscles the support they need. At lunch, try something fresh and colorful: a bowl of leafy greens, a serving of grilled salmon, or a stir-fry made with tofu and vegetables. Swap out processed snacks for something natural, like almonds, pumpkin seeds, or a few slices of avocado. And don't forget hydration. Your body can't absorb vitamins and minerals properly if you're running low on water. So sip throughout the day and take a light walk in the afternoon. It doesn't need to be a workout, just a gentle walk to keep things flowing and help your body do what it's designed to do. Now, here's something I always remind my readers. Consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need to eat kale every day. You don't need to memorize complicated food charts. All you need is to keep showing up for your health in small, steady ways. Because when you do, you start to feel the changes. Fewer muscle cramps, more control in your steps, less stiffness when you wake up in the morning, deeper, more restful sleep at night. Even your mind feels clearer, more energized, and ready to take on the day. These are signs that your body is getting the fuel it truly needs. So please remember this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. If today you add one food rich in potassium, like a banana or a baked potato, that's progress. If tomorrow you try kale or sprinkle pumpkin seeds on your salad, that's another step forward. Each of these steps brings you closer to the strong, balanced, and active life you deserve. And if you found this information helpful, I encourage you to share it with someone you care about, a friend, a family member, a neighbor. Sometimes a small reminder can help someone avoid a much bigger problem down the road. And if you'd like to keep walking this path with me, learning more, and growing stronger with every step, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any of the upcoming videos, packed with easy tips and real solutions for everyday health. Because even though we can't stop time, we can choose how we move through it. We can make choices that support a stronger body, a clearer mind, and a better quality of life. And that journey starts with your very next meal. Thanks for being here with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of your legs, take care of your health, and most of all, take care of yourself.